Given the set piece pressure that France were trying to put on us, we did really well. We looked stronger as the game went on in the scrum. He carried the ball a lot. He made one brilliant cover tackle running about 20 yards to tackle one of the French backs. And Simon's got to take a lot of confidence from that. He's very gifted physical rugby player. His fitness and his pace for a tight head prop are outstanding. Applying himself to a game like that and being consistent shows what he's capable of, and he should take a lot of confidence going into our next game.
Gregor, does this give you any renewed hope that perhaps you can go and challenge for championships and things like that on the back of this result?
Well, it's one game. No one was asking me that question last week, so it's good now we get to play for trophies right throughout the season. That was a trophy today, and there's one up at stake in 2 weeks' time, and that's going to be a huge challenge. We were playing arguably the best team in the world over the last 2 years, given the amount of games they've won. A team that's very consistent, very tough to beat, that have shown that they find a way to win more often than not. And we've got to give our best game. We've got to really put them under pressure for 80 minutes, and we'll see what happens after that.
Okay, just from this point, just a few questions just specifically for the print embargo.
We're going to change in the breakdown at half time. Was that something you just specifically did?
I'm not sure. It's felt like a while, to be honest. And not a great watcher, so it's brilliant to be back out there, back in front of our own people at Murrayfield. We got our feet on the ground today, and I think we've done everybody proud, including ourselves, and sort of rejuvenated each other, ourselves from poor performance last week. So it was tremendous to turn that around, and after a sticky first half, really to finish really strongly, showed how fit we are, and I thought we played really well in the last 20 minutes.
John called it relief as the main emotion afterwards. Was it relief to get the win over the line after the week that's led on from what happened in Cardiff?
Yeah, there's always relief. As players, it might be the first emotion. You're never sure after the pure sort of exhilaration at the end of the game. So we're relieved, and sometimes test match rugby is not ideal. In the first half, I think France were slowing our ball up, so sometimes you just got to take your medicine, get down the field, play a little bit of a kicking game, and I thought we'd done that today. Some of the kicks, maybe were just slightly awry, both from myself and a couple of other boys, but I think that it was certainly the right idea, and I think that shone through at the end of the game. It made France turn early in the game, put it down the field, and we really felt we played in the right areas of the field in that last 25 minutes.
I think it is 5 home wins in a row in this championship. How important is this stadium, and do you feel you can take on anyone and beat them at Murrayfield?
Yeah, we do. I think that's shown in our results. We were only beaten in the calendar year last year at home to New Zealand, and that was a 4-point margin. So we feel we can beat anybody. I think we'll have to play better than we did today to beat England. England are a good team. They showed what a great defence they have as well. So again, we might need to look at some kicking options and play smartly when that game rolls around. But for the minute, we'll analyse ourselves in depth and come back better in a couple of weeks.
Were you expecting to have to slot in at 10 today at some stage?
Gregor gave me a heads up pretty much this morning, so it was a bit of a surprise, to be honest. I thought I was going there if there was injuries, so thankfully the forwards got on top at the end of the game, and I never had to do too much heavy work. I just got to distribute a little bit, and again, that was credit to the forwards. I think the forwards carried really well at the end of the game. Somebody like Dent's coming on off the bench carried it extremely well, and just I don't think the French are enjoying that, having to go backwards and again in the last part of the game.
You spoke in the week about it had been a testing week in many ways after Cardiff. How pleasing was it to go out there and show that the team can weather the storm when things get tough and grind out the win? Yeah,
very pleasing. I think we went with a plan against Wales, but I think that's when Test match rugby is somebody's not just got to give you what you want, and I think we can take a lot of learning from the Welsh game. We were playing in front of a strong defence, 14 men in the front line, so you've got to kick, and I think we've done that today. And sometimes you just have to take your medicine. Do we want to kick the ball away? Not really. But are we willing to do it to put pressure on them? Absolutely. And I think we found that balance today, and early in the game when it was sticky, we just don't panic, just stay stay in the game, get the ball down the field and force France to do something special from 70, 75 metres, whatever it is. And so that was the real sort of learning curve from last week into this week, and so we were delighted to get that shift.
How much will the performance have to be raised if you aren't going to turn over England?
The second half performance is good. I thought it was very good. We were clinical and forced a lot of penalties out of France, so we showed our attack, and again our fitness really came into play. So we need to look at the first half. So it's got to have to go up a notch to beat England. England are playing really well again at the minute, and clearly they're on a big run. So it'll be a tough game, but it's a game. If we turn up and play the right rugby, we're going to be in. I believe so. That's a good question. I'm not sure actually. I ran about there for Claremont actually near the start of the season, but I was kind of the same thing the last sort of 10-15 minutes of the game. So yeah, it was good fun.
Take much getting used to it. Easy enough to slip back.
Yeah, it was easy enough to slip back in. I think the forwards were starting to carry well by that point, and once you're on the front foot as a 9 or a 10, it becomes so much easier. So thankfully we're doing that. Ali came on and added, a bit of zip, and again that just added to our game plan to finish strong. Ali, Dents, Toulis, the boys that came off the bench, really added impetus, and I think that's something we've been trying to build over the last few seasons as the impact of our bench, and I really felt you got that today.
Obviously last week's result was so disappointing, but today, something like today, can it just wash all that away as you make it last week more easy to see it when you...
Listen, you've got to take one game at a time, and us as players, we certainly won't forget the Welsh result, but we can never play that game again. We'll never get it back, so we can't go back too far. And it's like today as well. The game's done now; it's finished. So you've got to look forward. It's as simple as that. And will we analyse it? Of course we will, and try and get better. So you can always improve as a team, as a player and an individual. So it's up to us to do that again and take it another step up defensively. We're going to have to move it up another notch. We got caught out a couple of times again today, and certainly England will, they'll use their experiences after the last time they played us. I'm sure they'll try and come with a similar game plan. So it's up to us to both stop that and implement our game plan onto them.
It's 2 weeks until you face England. Eddie Jones has been quite disparaging about Scotland, and he wants to put the boot in after Cardiff. You expect more of the same from him in terms of these mind games, and how much do you guys pay attention to stuff like that?
Yeah, it's hard not to hear these days. Eddie's got a lot to say, hasn't he? He likes to get out there and speak, but ultimately it doesn't really matter. It's about when you cross the line and get into the middle of the field. The last time I checked, Eddie wasn't playing for England, so it's about the players and implementing game plans we put together. So as a Scotsman, there's no better game to play in, and we'll be again in front of our own people. We can use our record here. We're starting to put together. But do we need to improve? Yes, I believe so, and that comes from within our camp, and it'll be an extremely tough match. I've absolutely no doubt in that. But the score's 0-0 at the minute, and the game's yet to kick off.
Okay, we'll just move on to the print embargo section now, please.